Hello friends, this is Nancy Reynolds, Stampin' with Nutsy. You can find me at stampinwithnutsy.blogspot.com or on Facebook, I'm right here, Stampin' with Nutsy. And on YouTube, I'm just Nancy Reynolds. I'm so glad you could join me today. Hope you're having a great day. It is beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest. Our weather is, I'd say, perfect. Little breeze, 80-ish, 70 to 80 degrees, and plenty of sunshine. I tell you, it is gorgeous out. I got all my watering and outside work done early so I could come in the craft room and play. But before we get started with the inked and tile card, I'd just like to let you know that the mini catalog, I've had a lovely sneak peek at it, and I got my pre-order in. I'm not sure, as a demonstrator, we order about a month early before it goes live, and so I was able to order on Tuesday, and I am not exactly sure how long the shipping is going to take. But it was really nice because, last month we earned bonus coupons, and this month we got to spend them. Everybody, customers and demonstrators. So I just want to remind you this is the month. The coupons you earned last month need to be spent this month. And what are you going to spend them on, you ask? Well, there's a whole lot in the annual catalog. The new mini won't be live until next month in September, but we have an amazing special going on. It's up to 30% off the kits collection. So you will enjoy these kits. They're all inclusive. I am thinking of putting together a kit together, either online or in person or both for next month, for later this month, I should say, since it's on sale. More information to come as soon as I get it figured out. Anyway, so there's something you can spend money on and save money at the same time. Then let me get you down to my desk so that I can show you what we're going to be making. Oops, that didn't work. That worked. There we are. We are making a card using the inked and tiled stamp set. It's actually a bundle. We're not using the two punches that come with it. I've used this one because I put a sentiment in it. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the card, but I thought it gets messed up, because I'm not perfect, that I got one all here. I've got one all cut out and ready to go if we need it. And if we don't need it, it just goes in my stash. So I've got my stamps mounted already. We're going to use the Inked Botanicals, which also comes in this sweet designer series paper. It's 6x6 paper. I've been playing with it, so I've got little scraps here. But there are beautiful combinations. The colors are Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, and Petal Pink. So here we have one. And the back side I used on the sample card I made. This is the one I'm going to use today. But it's got that pretty Lost Lagoon color. I think this is just beautiful. And this stamp set has a very artistic watercolor look. More flowers, leaves, and the back side, you'll notice, is quite plain to use. I like this one. I think that's pretty. And there are several with all the colors. There's some leaves and little gingham. Here's that pattern again, but in Crushed Curry instead of Lost Lagoon. A little more gingham, a little Calypso Coral, and a pattern with all of the colors. Anyway, it's a lovely paper. It's got a nice look. I am enjoying using it. So I thought I'd show you where we're going. This is a card. It's almost a simple stamping card. I had to put some embellishments on it. I just had to. You've got to have some bling. And some ribbon. Very simple and plain on the inside. I decorated the envelope on one side. We'll put it up there so you can see it while I work. So what I have, got the envelope, which we will stamp on. I have an inside piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to stamp just probably a leaf on this one. I've got a basic white thick card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Yep, that's right. And cut it, scored and folded at 4 1/4. It's just a basic, regular card base. I said this is a simple card. Hi Joy, it's nice to see you. You like it too? I do too. I know, clean and simple is kind of nice. I sometimes get a little carried away. Here's 4 by 5 1/4, and on top of that, we're going to stamp on this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm so glad you joined, Joy. Let's start with our stamping, because that is kind of our focal. This technique today is stamping. So Lost Lagoon, and I didn't mask. It's pretty. It's all pretty light. I will say that I do like having something to stamp off on just to make sure it's all going well. But it's very watercolor, bright, open, airy. I really like it. So, and I put Lost Lagoon because I thought it would be fun to have Lost Lagoon and the leaf on the inside. So here we are. There's our leaf for the inside. It's all done. I thought I'd write a little more and put the rest of the sentiment in. That is all we need Lost Lagoon for, so let's put it away before I get Lost Lagoon all over my fingers, because I do that. Calypso Coral. And I think since it's a larger stamp or a longer stamp, I think I'm going to do it this way. And do my little stamp check. Looks good. I have been re-inking all of my ink pads. I hadn't realized that they had gotten so dry. So this is a freshly inked ink pad. And I'm just having it come up from about the same place. And this is what's going on our envelope. And I am going to stamp it first generation and then give it a little second generation stamp. And it's always good when you're doing things that are hanging off to have some kind of paper underneath you to catch all that extra ink. Okay, our envelope is done. Our inside is done. I'm putting Calypso Coral away. And here is crushed curry. Now with crushed curry, I just took this little flower stamp, and I just thought it needed a little something more. So I put it down on the corner. And that made me happy. Now we need our sentiment, and we do need Lost Lagoon one more time. Joy, how's the, oh, inky fingers just means I'm having fun? You are correct. But sometimes inky fingers mean I've made a mess out of everything that's around me. I don't know what it is with the color blue. I think everybody has their own color that they're especially messier with, or it's more dangerous for them. Okay, let's put our thank you on and hope I get it straight. Well, not perfect, but again, it's handmade, not Hallmark. Although, I may just put this on dimensionals, because that is a little more crooked than I really planned on. So, dimensional backs. The bane of every stamper's existence, because they get everywhere. I love the way my dogs and cats just kind of pick them up and take them. Okay, there we have a straighter sentiment. And I got to use the punch. Let's see. Let's put it together. We're going to adhere this and I'm still using my Steel Plus. I've gotten to refill it. I think I might have figured out how to actually use it. Yay! And I'm not the best bow tire. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Joy. Thank you. I am just going to cheat with the ribbon because tying bows while I'm on the camera doesn't work for me. So I just take and run a little seal along the sides. I line my ribbon up and tuck one end under, making sure I catch that seal, and the other. And now I am going to put dimensionals on this piece to go on the card base. And we don't want any sagging cards. So I perhaps am using a few extra dimensionals. I also like to kind of catch that ribbon in with a dimensional, just in case it tries to slip away. I actually have a little better success getting them off if I punch my fingernail or thumbnail into the dimensional itself. And now I have them all corralled and they're going in my garbage can before they can get on the cat. Which I am quite surprised she isn't trying to be in the middle of us because she really likes to be on camera. Olivia is a ham. I will say I think it's been a little hot for the cats. They have been a little quieter the past few days, sleeping a bit more and getting into less trouble. Haven't found any toilet paper rolls unwrapped. Or glue dots stolen from my craft table and carried throughout the house. The day I found glue dots all chewed up and on my floor in the bedroom was not a happy day. Now, we need to have some pretty bling. And I didn't bring, let's see, let me get my Calypso Coral Dark blends. Because you all know that we can color so many things with our blends. This is a blend that needs to be replaced. But since it's that way, I'm just going to do 3. Too bad I didn't think about that when I placed my pre-order. Now we'll just have to wait a little bit. And in a nice little triangle. And there's our card. Wasn't that quick? It took 15 minutes to make a card. Granted, I had already pre-cut everything, but it's still a very fast card. And if you wanted to set this out and make several at a time, let's hide my little mess right there. And you wanted to make several at a time, you could just lay out your card fronts. Say you wanted to make 10, you're going to do a swap. You could do stamp all of the clips of coral and then all of the leaf in Lost Lagoon. Fresh curry for the flower. You can get those all stamped and then you can mount them, do a little assembly line. It is really easy to do that way. And this would be a fun card to work with. And I think, since we have a little bit of time, I wanted to show you some things that I have. I was able to participate and help to put on a demonstrator event up in the Pacific Northwest, in June of 2023. And it was really fun. We had 7 projects, I think, and we just had a good time. We went to a hotel down south. I was probably the furthest one away, the organizers. And it was only an hour and a half drive, so it wasn't bad. But we just had fun. So this was one of our projects. And we used it for a meet and greet. So it's Moody Mauve, just a regular comp book covered in paper with, little decorations, because our stamps that we used was the Cheerful Daisies. And then I brought tape and took some notes and got some contact information. I also have some all written down elsewhere, which hasn't been transferred yet. Another thing we made, and I'm going to show you, I'm planning on doing a Facebook Live on this. It holds 4 little 3x3 note cards. Let's see. Here it is. Again, the Daisy Suite, little Velcro dot, and our note cards. So we did just a note, a little hello, a very plain one. So it's got, I guess there are 4 there. Fits in nicely, stays together. You could probably get 1 or 2 more in there. And there it is. But it starts out as one piece of paper, a 6x12 sheet. So it's half of a piece of DSP. And I just mocked up a sample because I was having trouble visualizing it. But it was a lot of fun to make. I've got all kinds of directions. And so I thought that would be a fun, maybe when I get my my new pre-order that's got new designer series paper and sets and suites in it. So maybe I will do one then, because that would make a cute little gift. We did an Oops-a-Daisy card, because that's one of the sentiments in the suite. Isn't that cute? I thought it turned out well. We did just a monochrome color with the copper clay. Here's a You Made My Day. This is actually the same as this one. This is what we wanted to do, but we just so much blue, we went with a different color. So that one was in boho blue. A really cute little bookmark. And I forgot to get the magnets. So mine doesn't have a magnet. I need to buy some magnets. But this one has magnets. So it would actually stay and mark your place. And this, I believe, is a bridge card we did. This Cheerful Daisies has so many different pieces. You can layer 3 pieces together and make lovely flowers. And you can do them in different colors. You don't have to do them. I used a lot of white, but you could maybe use a couple of different shades of blue to go with the boho blue, maybe balmy blue. I thought that was pretty. And then, here's one more. I made it in an alternate designer series paper because, again, we used so much of the same DSP. We made a sign. Isn't that cute? I'm going to have it up on my wall behind me. And then I received some cards. I had a special for a $70 purchase. I sent out a mystery box of my retired products. I think I sent out I had about 13. My in-town people came and picked out what they wanted from what I had, and then I've mailed out 4. And I still have 3 left, just in case anybody is interested. Isn't this pretty? Life is good with a friend like you. And this was a thank you. This is also a thank you card for one of my mystery boxes from my friend Lori. Isn't that beautiful? They're just all beautiful. And then another thank you card. Oh, this is from Debbie Danford. She's the one who's organized the Pacific Northwest Demonstrator Group on Facebook, and is helping putting together the first and next upcoming, the second event. That will be, I think, early November, first weekend in November. And that's what I have to show you. As always, I would love to read your comments, and that I just really enjoy that. And I thank you for joining me, Joy, especially since it really was last minute that I decided to do this. I'm pretty sure the next card is going to be a 2468 card, quite similar to this. So if you'd like to watch that, I think that should be next week, because I took most of July off. I think that was bad, Nancy. So this will be next time, and I will hopefully see you next Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weather you've gotten this summer and your family and friends. And of course, happy crafting. Bye-bye.